down. There we go. But yeah,
Alrighty.
so I'll probably be like half paying attention because I'm playing Pokemon at the moment. Only got it yesterday.
I'm doing dungeon runs in Guild Wars too, so.
Ooh.
Alright, let's go for it.
Alright then.
Now, I actually beat the first butt account in the last one, so we needed a fresh new butt. But excellent.
Booty.
Booty, yeah.
Booty, booty, booty. Little Wayne's newest album.
Yeah, I've been in the game like twice now. I beat my other butt character in the last, like in a previous stream. Rot a terrible butt.
But when butt butterbook. It's never gonna get in. It's never ever gonna get not funny. Just the words butt.
Alright. So I'm gonna try to do this as much as I can like a proper Let's Play. So, for those of you who aren't aware, this is Shovel Knight. It's a game that came out this year. It's an indie title that kind of has something of a classic NES platformer nostalgia factor to it, but it's a game that holds up very well on its own legs. It takes a lot of elements of old school NES side-scrollers. Like you could see bits of Mario, Mega Man, DuckTales, even with the pogoing. And like there's bits of Wario with all... you collect a bunch of jewels, and basically all you want is jewels, and you want lots of them. But even though it seems to be playing on a kind of nostalgia factor, it's incredibly solid on its own terms. The game's very well designed, it's very smartly designed. The soundtrack is phenomenal. Like, the music playing right here is one of probably my two favorite tracks, and it's some of the most memorable and exciting music I've heard in a video game. And it's a kind of a classic difficulty curve. It's easy to pick up, difficult to master, and it gets progressively hard all the way through to the end, and it can be balls hard when it gets hard. In fact, there's kind of a Dark Soulsian element to this, because there are no lives in this game. Instead, when you die, what happens is you lose some of the cash that you've gathered, and then the cash just kind of flies around in bags around where you died. So once you get back to wherever you were, you can collect it again and progress from there. So it's a very cool, very well-designed game, and it's very fun. Like, the only downside to it is it's relatively short. Like, you could finish it in one day if you've got the time.
Well, it depends on the price you get it, I suppose. I mean, if you get it cheap and it takes you about a day, then there's still a lot of entertainment that costs you more for less than a day.
Yeah.
You can probably get it pretty cheap now because Steam sales, because Black Friday. Or is that already gone? I don't know.
No, I think that's the winter sale, actually.
Oh, okay. Well,
The game's only like $15 as it is.
can get it for 50% off, that's even better.
Yeah.
Let's have a look, let's see how much is it now. You might have to do a bit of conversion for exchange rates.
Right.
That's Europe.
Seeing as I'm the only American on the call at the moment.
Yay.
A European assault.
My favorite boss, I'm not sure. They're all pretty good, but the tough ones definitely pissed me off. Trying to think, probably Tinker Knight, just because he's kind of ridiculous. Or Tinker Butt, excuse me.
Yep, we're going to have to pull you up on your butts then.
Oh, Shovel Knight isn't actually on sale at the moment.
Huh.
$10.99 though, which is probably about $15. Yeah.
Yep, so pretty much everything you kill drops gems. There's a progression of gems, like the most valuable ones are these pink jewels, with red ones being not quite as valuable but slightly more common, and then you get like little silver pennies. Probably the most common ones you're going to see are these gold jewels, and green and blue. But it doesn't really matter. Just collect everything you see. Be proud to be greedy in this game. It all adds up.
Greed is a virtue.
Oop. So this guy, you don't actually want to kill him while he's standing over the crevice, otherwise all the jewels fall into it.
And there's probably a chance you'd fall in there as well.
Yeah.
So you'd lose all that shit and have to go back for it.
Shovel tits.
No, it's the sequel. Yeah, it'll be Shovel Knight 2 and they'll come up with just like the Mega Man intro and it'll just be Shovel Butt.
As an actual boss, not as a cheat.
Yep.
It'll be all of the fan service.
Oh yeah, I think there are campaigns coming up where you can play as some of the bosses. Which that'll be pretty interesting. Though I think it's only the bosses that are relatively closer to how Shovel Knight currently plays. Like, I don't know if they could do a Tinker Knight. Or, like... who was it? The Propeller Knight?
I think you could do Tinker Knight. I mean, just make it like the Mega Mario from New Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
It's like,
Black
the level.
Butt.
Here's the level, just go romp your way through it.
King Knight, Spectre Knight, and Plague Knight. Those will be pretty cool campaigns, I think. So Black Butt here is our recurring rival throughout the game. Yeah, Black Butt is basically the same as us, only he has a projectile attack.
Steal thy butt.
Steal thy butt.
Never have more appropriate words been spoken.
If you're not pogoing a boss, you're doing it wrong.
If you are pogoing the boss, half the time it'll just hurt you. It's just that brittle. But you're not even meant to be playing the game. You're supposed to just be like starting it up, and then the DRM will just kill you.
And so after every mission, you have a little scene where Shovel Knight relaxes around the campfire.
And then has a night seizure.
Well, first he has a nightmare, where his missing friend, Shield Knight, is falling from the sky. Now, you don't actually have to catch her. You can completely ignore her. It doesn't matter. But then when you wake up, you have sleep paralysis. You know, in order to get out of it, you have to jump. But don't leave the campfire, because there's always jewels in the campfire. Yes, a butt mare. So this is funny. Until you've been through an area, you can't go past it, and this includes the NPC village. I only have a butt.
Sometimes that's all you just need.
Yeah, Chester we're going to be seeing pretty frequently. I can't decide if I like Chester or not.
The hell is that? It's like an anteater woman or something? The hell?
Something like that. Probably a deer.
Very strange town.
So the bard right here is the reason I was collecting those music sheets. For everyone I find he gives me 500 gold. And then that basically unlocks the music test. I could go to him and he'll play one of the songs in the game, as long as I've collected that music sheet. Usually the music sheets you find are in the level that the song is correlated to. Also, there's no point for this thing. It drops magic, but I can't... Like, there's no reason for me to use magic in this village. Magic is what lets me use the relics that he was talking about. Which are basically just the items of the game.
Like the sub-weapons in Castlevania then, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goatish.
Goatishin. So I talked to that guy and buying a meal ticket. I can give it to this guy, and then he'll make some food, which will increase my health.
Solid strategy.
Ooh, rack of ribs. Increase your maximum butt.
Having a maximum butt isn't enough.
I need to get a relic first before she'll let me do that. To do that, I need to go talk to Chester, who's hiding out down here. You wouldn't believe! Now I want to get both of these. The fishing rod is interesting. You can actually use it as a weapon, but normally what you do is, when you go into a level, down in bottomless pits, you might see some glitter floating around. That means there can be one of two things down there. One, there'll be this golden fish, which you can collect for money, or one of the little guys that this guy is talking about, a troupple. A troupple is a mixture between a trout and an apple. And the troupple king, which I'm going to see in a little bit, I need some money first. When I talk to him, or one of his little trouples who's hanging out in the levels, I can get an ichor, which is basically a special magic potion, which can either increase my health, like restore my health, give me temporary invincibility, or cause all of the gold in the immediate area to fly directly towards me. Only one of those is really consistently useful. But time for a minigame. What I need to do is I need to hit these little jars and hit the glowing things. It's basically a bizarre target practice. And depending on how well I do in this, she'll give me some more cash.
I guess those ones that flash, they just explode into like 5 of them or something.
Yeah.
What it looks like.
Yeah, but they'd lose like 90% of their cost.
Ooh, I got over 200.
We call this the seizure minigame.
Exactly. Ooh, yes. Who are you? Soil and butt.
I love how his name actually trembles.
I'll talk to more of these people later. But yeah, this game is interesting with the words it replaces with butt. Obviously, it replaces all instances of shovel and knight, but it also replaces health and magic, thus you get things like expand your butt.
Restores your butt.
Oh, hang on a second. I'll head back to the bar. There's actually another music sheet I can get here. Also, if I can juggle on this for a little bit, damn it. I can impress this kid, and then she gives me things. It's a little difficult, because if you get past, like, the halfway point of the ring, it kind of resets. But to get up here, I need to actually jump on that woman's back. And then if you don't collect this chest, and you come back after, I think, the next area, it'll actually be opened already and you can't get what's in it.
Had some cracktastic stash up there, and now it's been completely robbed.
Yep.
You can have to go cold turkey for Christmas.
Oh, the puns. Hedge farmer. Get it? Because he's a hedgehog. Not quite Nino Kuni level, but still.
Still pretty bad.
Yeah.
Isn't that what puns are meant to be? Just really, really bad and just cringe-worthy. Or is that just my jokes?
Well, they all turn into that anyway. So yeah, the bard only really tells you the description of one of the music sheets, but if you talk to him and select one of the other music sheets, he'll tell you the description anyway, in case you missed it, and you're incredibly curious. So maybe this kid doesn't actually give me anything. Rather, what she does is, once I've powered up my shovel and I do a power attack, I can launch the ring into the sky, and then she just kind of looks sad. Yeah.
You bastard.
And here we have the Troupple King. Who the hell thought up this?
Oh my god.
So I'll let you guys vote. What should I get? The one that refills my health and magic? The one makes me briefly invincible? Or the one that absorbs nearby treasure? Hint, there's only 2 right answers for this. Fantasy Frank will be streaming for probably 12 hours. I started around noon. Depends on how tired I get.
I tell you, I'll probably not make it through the 12 hours, being 8 hours ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The votes are leaning towards refill.
Refill.
I'd either get refill or invincibility.
Yeah, go for refill then.
'Cause I
Time to
never got-
dance.
That's dancing. I'm fairly sure it's just, flying fish.
Yeah. It's choreographed.
Loosely.
This doesn't happen every time you come back to them, but you can make them dance again if you want.
Honestly, the small ones look more like sausages than apples. But they got a little cocktail stick stuck in them.
Now I can actually fish in the pond if I want. Because there's a music sheet here. He gets really annoyed though. I also gather there's a bunch of apples, but since I'm at full health when I come here anyway, it doesn't matter. Give me cash.
I demand it now. I have goods. You have services. Give me.
The bard's pretty funny. I like him. Excuse me, ma'am. Yeah, this lady right here, sometimes she'll whistle at you. And she hits on you if you talk to her.
But you don't know what he looks like under that armor. What's the point?
Alright. First real level. Going to fight the King Knight.
You mean King Butt?
The King Butt. Noble Butt. God, I love the music in this level.
Shouldn't that intro text should have been, instead of for chivalry, for buttery?
It's not as consistent as it could be.
Damn it, yacht games.
Oh, crap. I believe this will be our first case of a golden fish. Worth some good scratch, that.
350, yeah. I need to find some 350.
So this game has an interesting mechanic. When you go into a pogo stance while you're in the air, you actually can't get out of it unless you do an attack. And there are some cases where you don't want to be stuck in a pogo stance. So it's good to keep that in mind. Now this right here is one of my favorite enemies. Helicopter rats. So bizarrely adorable. And I can hit this guy's magic back at him. Though it'd probably be quicker to just run back at him and shovel him in the face.
Because arcane physics, how do they work?
Answer, they don't.
Now, I'm not going to let the thread or the stream vote on this because they would all insist that I kill myself. But you'll notice this little marker right here. It doesn't have those wings on it that were in the previous level. That means I can actually destroy it, and the little gem that's inside it, I can get a bunch of them, as well as one of the pink gems. Now, I only destroyed that one because this level is relatively easy, but what that means is, even though I've gotten the gems, I can't use that area again. So if I died, I would go all the way back to the start. This makes for an interesting challenge run, and it makes you have to be really sure if you want the gems, and if you're truly so greedy that you need them.
Or if you're playing a hardcore, completely hardcore, like one death out run.
Right.
Which I'm fairly sure some insane person has managed to completely do.
Oh, I'm sure.
Of course, there's always someone who manages to do these things. Don't know how, but there's always someone.
The game's been out long enough.
That too.
By the way, if you guys like the soundtrack for this game, I encourage you to look up the composer on Bandcamp, Jake Kaufman. He has the soundtrack for sale for $5.
$5 for a soundtrack, if you like it, certainly isn't that much.
Well, you also have the option to pay more if you want.
As a sort of like a indie bundle thing, like standard price but pay as you pay what you want.
Yeah. And here we have our first relic, grabbed from Chester, who made me pay for it. This is why I'm not sure if I like Chester, because if he wasn't hiding out in the chests that the relics were in, I could probably get them for free, but no, but since he's there, I have to pay for it.
Business agreement.
What a dick.
Thinking about it, I'm actually not sure if Jake's selling the soundtrack for $5 or if that's just how much I paid for it. He might be giving it for free for all I know, but I encourage you guys to at least look it up and send some money his way, because it's an excellent soundtrack.
I think I know some of the other soundtracks he's done before. Didn't he do Double Dragon Neon? And I think he did Contra 4 as well.
I'm only aware of Shovel Knight.
I think that's the same guy. I would hope so.
Yeah, Highwing says that's just how much I paid for it. Fair enough. Like, around this level, if you see these little banners hanging down, there's probably a gem hidden underneath them.
A gem or 5, you know. This is old school. They always hide things behind the 2D artifacts.
Ah. So this is actually a good case to use my new relic.
Yeah,
Just have him stand there, shoot fireballs in his face. Game audio's desynced again, god damn it.
King Bat's Air Force really needs to get a better supply, really. I mean, which one of these scientists thought, right, we need an Air Force. I know who's the best candidates for it. I know, rats.
We've got enough of them.
Just strap the helicopter thing to the magicians there, would have done a better job. Well, not much for a better job, but would have been worth a shot.
Oh yeah, I did get a baked chicken from killing a griffin. Waste not, want not.
It's probably just leftovers. I mean, it was Turkey Day yesterday.
Oops, I missed those. Oh well. Yeah, I'm gonna fight pretty much everyone, I think. Ah. Ah, shit. First death from a rat.
Blood.
Maybe they don't need to invest in the Air Force after all. Certainly
Oh shit, he can resurrect. Wow. Something tells me the stream is gonna go all downhill from here.
well done.
Double kill.
Oh yeah, I do have the fire rod. That was easy. See, that's the trouble when I play this game. I forget I have all those relics that would actually be very useful.
Relics that are kind of a core game mechanic.
Exactly. Oh, I found a trapple. Now, since I have a full Ichor, and I don't have the spare chalice, he just kind of pisses off.
Well, it's good to know that he's there.
Yeah. Not that I'll be coming back here.
Man, this castle really needs to get a new chandelier installer.
Right.
I mean, come on, how much did they pay them? Like 200-300 a month? They're not even worth that. Look at them, even just the slightest movement of walking underneath them.
Finally, a boss we can't pogo. Well, sub-boss anyway.
There will be at least one more who resists it pretty well. Now, just for fun, I'm gonna break this one, because this boss isn't difficult. King Bud.
Well, that's it, the king never does the fighting, it's always his men.
Mm.
So, when it comes down to it... Yeah.
But justice. So yeah, the Chaos Sphere breaks everything, practically. As long as he's within the area, so he can be hit by it.
It's an NES game, there's always one item that's just completely overpowered and breaks the entire game.
And then he throws confetti at me. The confetti does more damage to me than he does.
Wow.
And this is our first instance of not having the Shield Knight Dream. But I still get sleep paralysis! now, for doing that, one of these little guys shows up. This is a sort of optional thing. Sometimes there'll be either mini-bosses or just little side enemy killing missions you can do for some extra gold, so I'm gonna go for it.
And that is just the Hammer Brothers from Super Mario Bros. 3, pretty much.
Yeah.
Except with a bit longer level, it looks like. Also, I think reminiscent of Adventures of Link as well, because it was like all the enemies were on the map there. Very strange game, that one.
Yeah.
Not like any of the other Zelda games. Bloody hard as well.
One of these days I might give it a chance. Today's not that day.
Yeah, and you probably need a guide as well.
Yeah.
It's fucking difficult to navigate without a guide.
That was easy.
Now imagine having to use the guide and having fee.
Ugh.
There's a 25% chance that this is a platform.
25% chance I stopped you over a bottomless pit. A buttmare client. I'm guessing that was supposed to be a pun before I changed everything to butt.
Possibly. No, it just sounds really, really, really weird. I do not want to know what's happening to those mares.
Yeah, the bard is basically just Jake Kaufman. Amazing he could play all that music on just a lute.
Again, let's get shoveling, let's get buttoning. Consistency. The game does not have it.
Yeah, this soundtrack, the whole thing is very memorable. Okay, this room is slightly tricky. In order to get up to that ladder, I need to keep that guy from just running off the ledge, otherwise he can't get back up. And another thing in this area, sometimes if you destroy one of those gravestones, a ghost will pop out. And you can't really kill them. You can get them briefly out of the way, though.
All the ghosts are like just, they kill the little statue thing. They're like, wow, what an asshole. I'm gonna haunt his ass.
Ooh, shit. Oh, that wasn't too difficult.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite enemies to Pogo. Ah, shit.
Oh, you really can't actually see anything during the non-lightning flashes.
Yeah. This is very amusing. Headless skeleton conga line.
Hey, we're going to death.
So, these plants you can shovel and then you can get higher up, but you can also shovel them while they're already in the air to get even higher.
Whoa.
Another new mechanic, weight. As long as that head is on this platform, and when I get on it, it'll lower. And we need to use this mechanic in both ways. Not just to get up, to get down, but to get up. And of course, spikes are instant death.
Yep. Just like we discussed on the podcast.
Game mechanics that will never not be old.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but where would you be in the world if you didn't have a magic spike blade? Just imagine the actual skull sentient, and it's just, you know, you really could just stop hitting me with that shovel.
I have a name, you know.
Really, what's your name? Murray.
And you have to pronounce it that way.
Really, why are you being so cynical? I'm very sorry, it's been a rough day. And you shoveling me doesn't help.
I don't dig what you're doing to me.
Or in this particular save, it's I don't really mind what you're button.
Got a new relic. What are you gonna make me pay for this time, Chester?
Oh no, I'm not selling this relic. I'm just giving it away. It's actually it's an album by someone called King.
I know I don't want it.
I don't know. It was like $20 on Amazon.
So the phase lock, it's cool. It's very brief invincibility. And if you use it right, you can also break the game with it.
Just like every other invincibility item ever.
Yep.
Apparently the donation link's broke, or at least doesn't leave where it's supposed to be.
That's annoying. Let me see.
Yeah, see what's going on with that.